I'm related to Big Daddy David Ladden. That's my grandfather. He had to change history with him and his brothers on the court. I couldn't imagine playing back then. He's just incredibly courageous and has so much perseverance. He's a true leader.
1966, Texas Western, man, it did so much for college basketball, but I think it did a lot of other things for people's attitudes, period.
College basketball really kind of helped along the process of our country in understanding that, hey, we're all equal, we all deserve the same opportunities, and we all have our special talents, and you know, God created all of us equal.
That was the first time there were 5 African-American players that started in a national championship game. And you know, just making that type of statement, being able to, you know, change the outlook of, you know, college basketball across the country is just huge.
They were the underdog, and they weren't expected to win, and they proved a lot of people wrong.
They beat the odds. I mean, there were a lot of guys saying that they weren't good enough and they wouldn't be able to make it as far as they did. I mean, they went against the grain and just went out there and proved to everybody what they can do.
It was like them against the world, in their opinion. I mean, they played for each other, and that was the big part of their team, and I think that's what carried them to a national championship.
To kind of break down barriers the way they did is a special thing, and it's kind of got the game to where it is today. And I don't think people will ever forget that year.
I actually remember watching the championship in '66.
I was 15 years old. I did get a chance to see part of that game on TV. Didn't have any idea the significance of it because I was so naive.
I was 21, I was a senior. We lost to Duke in the regional finals, or we would have been in the Final Four that year. I would have loved to have a chance to see up close just how good Texas Western was.
Quality of play, the Miners, the pressure on Kentucky, even as a young fan, I remember thinking about it at that time that this was unique and special, not only from a basketball perspective, but socially as well.
And that game has impacted basketball in so many different ways. I mean, I just can't imagine what those players on both sides were going through.
Just that time period they were playing in and all the challenges they faced, just seeing them persevere like that and knowing, you know, they were able to block out all the noise from the outside and, you know, do great things when it win a national championship. Definitely something it inspires a lot of people.
Being under that scrutiny, especially, you know, being at a school that's in the South, it would have been extremely difficult. But, you know, you got to give them a lot of props for fighting the way they did.
I don't think I would have been able to do it. That was a lot that they went through. They had to go through it together as a team.
I really can't imagine being a head coach in that era because, you know, we're very fortunate in the era we live on our team. Some guys, you don't even know what their nationality is. You don't know what their religion is. I think it's a strength of our team. I wouldn't even know what to do if that became a weakness. It's so foreign to me.
I look at people and I see basketball players. I look at people and I see human beings. I cannot imagine coaching with the atmosphere and the attitude that people had at that time. And we're still not perfect by any means. I'm not saying we are, but I love coaching in today's times, and that would have been very difficult for me.
Kadeem's granddad had a big influence on Kadeem's life. You know, obviously impacted a lot of other lives as well.
Just want to thank those guys. They went through a lot during their time, and you know, they set the bar high and they allowed us to play.
I thank God for the opportunities that we're given every day, and it's definitely because, you know, of those guys and, you know, Martin Luther King and guys of that nature who've made it possible for guys, you know, of our color to be able to do some of the great things in this world that we've been able to do.
It kind of forced college basketball to embrace diversity, and now, you know, you see guys from all walks of the earth playing and enjoying their time here, you know, at the Final Four and in every college locker room. To have that type of inclusiveness just is better for the game.